have set up here the scope. The red channel is to the red wire on the IBS sensor, and the blue channel is to the blue. Condition right now, key off. That's key on. This is the data from the vehicle line having those issues. I had other P's there, but as we can see here, the target was at 14.7, and these are 0 and 0. The alternator temperature is telling me 196, and this vehicle I barely got the key on, engine off. The ambient pressure, see that one is not a good data. Right here it was good, but look at the battery current. Right here, it's crazy that this battery temperature 300 degrees almost. See, the IBS is reporting 65 volts, and I was driving here. You can see 20 miles per hour engine speed. And this is a bad data. This is the one we're having the link communication with issues. So this is the with a non-good vehicle. You can see, let me go back here. So I got all the data related to that vehicle, and as we can see here, it's page 1. There are 2 pages, but look at here, the battery, what is that, alternator. It's the good data. And the alternator was battery voltage 14.7. How much was the computer asking for? Right here, see, 15 volts. So this is the non-good vehicle. This is the data I'm getting here from the alternator. I mean, for the IBS sensor. So this is the lowest point, and 800 millivolts. This is current the vehicle is running, 55 amps, and $14.9, and this one is about like what, like a volt difference here on the upper part, lower 0.8, 14, oh, it's 13.8, and this one is 14.7. Let's see what happened when I unplug this sensor, the IBS sensor. What happened with my data communication line? Okay, got it unplugged here. I have it unplugged. I will plug it back as soon as the news. Okay, I'm working here today on this 2015 BMW 320A with twin turbo and 60 something there. However, customer report having to get jump started, check starting and charging system. But this vehicle has a new battery installed, and remember, this battery we have to program them in the computer too. So I checked that battery condition, per seat draw. It didn't have per seat draw. Battery pass test. The charging system was charging like 14.7, I believe. And from this point, where do you go? Found a ton of coils all over the place. And these are the codes we found. Gonna be someplace here. I'll explain those in a little bit, but um, those were the codes we found. I already had erased these codes and they came back. So we have a lot of link communication codes here. Link communication. So what happened is, look at here. Wake up to the intelligent battery sensor IBS. Short circuit to B plus or line disconnection. Okay, so that's the one makes me check. Even though we have 14.7 volts on the alternator, I was thinking what was going on with this IBS sensor because this is the one controls uh, part of the charging system. So then I decided to check voltage good, and I check the signal here, and let's see what happened here. So at that point, we found this when I was checking on that one. Oh shit, this one I think it is one. Yeah, this is one. So what I did here is I went to the IBS sensor, and the IBS sensor has two wires, which are shown here. Probably, see, right here. I'm connected there. Two wires. Red wire should be system voltage, and there is a blue wire inside here that should be the signal, the link wire. That one is communicated in between the IBS sensor and the computer. Well, that's tied into a lot of module. Okay, but going back here, I'm connected there, and here's the scope. So we can see here from here to here, key off, key on to over here, and then from here to here I started the vehicle, and right here we can see vehicle is running, and I have no network activity here. So still we can see I had a 12.6 volts on that one, like uh, battery voltage, and 13.8 on that one. So maybe like over here I think it is, yeah, a little bit kind of like that. So then we can see here on the top the voltage for the red channel, and so this is not switching. So first time, I haven't seen this before, on these BMWs, this link communication bus. So I know they should be going from do some activity from, like this one go from 12 to 0, but I have seen only on Toyotas. I haven't seen it. So this is Friday. I have this. On Saturday, on my side jobs, I'm checking a BMW for induction service, and I took a capture of that one because it's the same vehicle pretty much, and this is what we got there on that vehicle. Um, so here, taking a long capture here. So when you see that, I try to add all the loads on the vehicle and see what changes. But however, for us, that's what matters. There is a communication, and as we can see here, the voltage is going for 14 volts to almost 1 volt, uh, about a volt. So that is good communication on a non-good vehicle. So that is the second vehicle I was checking on, and I wasn't working on the charging system, but I was taking a capture there because I got a good, like good vehicle. So right here, I am same thing. Right here, key off, key on, crank the vehicle here, starts, and right here. So I decided to unplug the sensor. I think, yeah, I unplugged the sensor at some point here. However, I think it was here. Yeah, so I disconnected the VA from here to here, went key off, then go key on. With key on, I unplug the connector and we can see I get the same voltage in between here and here, and plug it back, and that's what I get. Unplug, this one still should produce that voltage. Okay, so then I decided to start disconnecting stuff. So I disconnected that sensor, and I disconnected this electrical coolant pump because it's connected on the lean bus, and right here we can see it. So on the pin, say like something there. Okay, so then still, my voltage is up there. I disconnected the alternator. Here is a good description and operation of the alternator from this website. It's telling you how it works. It's telling you when it goes into a safe mode, this alternator is charging a 14.7 AC ripple, temperatures. So I disconnected the alternator, anything I could. Basically, this signal is produced here on this front module. They call the front electronic module. There, that one is the one that should be producing that, and it's telling you what it's doing. That basically is a body control module for domestic vehicles. So that is telling you what is controlling that one, and a little bit how picture how that one is. What they are controlling. That system network is attached to this. Crazy, see how many link and the K buses, and here it's telling you what components are there. I think for mine it was the pin 11. No, it wasn't the 11. I don't remember that one was for the IBS, but it's here. But that's a good description operation of the system. Okay. In here we have some information how to diagnose the lean system, the diagnostic for uh, in interconnect network bus. They call the lean. It's telling you how it works. This is what we have here, and look at here the scope. So we can see this one has 2 volts per division here. So 5 volt per division, 5, 10, and that is still giving you a sample how it should look on the scope. So it's pretty nice description from this website because we didn't even find this information on all data. Here's telling you how the intelligent battery sensor works, what it does. It's connected to the lean bus, and it gives you a picture here how it looks inside the whole cable and the internal component. A little bit of wiring diagram, but look at this here. This is what I like about this one when it was connected. This is the BMW. Look at this. Look at this here. This is the wiring diagram I got from. Is that wiring diagram? Which you have a diagram here. I think it was this one. Yeah, this one was taken from all data. And look at this. It's telling you where is the intelligence sensor right here. So the intelligence sensor, and we're on the negative here of the battery, and apparently on the link network appears like the blue wire we have And right here it only appears the computer for the engine, the DME they call, front electronic and alternator, only three. And I was, see, that should be good because there are only three wires. However, here's the same type of picture generic they go. But when you check out the link communication, look at this here. How many? This is only one part. Those are connected on that. Intelligent battery sensor here on the left. You see how many I tie in on that one? And these two. So there are like 10, 15 modules on it. All those modules are tied into that network. So, and right here is a supply connector. This is where I wanted to go. So we requested to the customer more time to diagnose the network, and we haven't got that approved yet, but we'll see on Monday. But look at this. It's telling you on the card on the left where is that located. So that is a splice connector there. And that supply connector is this. This splice connector here. You see right here. X328-4. Right here showing is pointing the arrow. Okay. So now we're gonna go to the testing on the vehicle. What I did, but I didn't have time to explain what I was doing or why we were doing that right there. However, I wanted to show you this is the website. Take a note of that one here. This is the website where I got all this information. Even though we have identifix all data in Mitchell at the shop, we have no access, no information on any of those for calls or anything. So this website was key for that one. I wanted to share this with you guys. I'm gonna move to some testing there and see, what we found. A little bit of information I will be showing there. So again, that one is bad. That one was good. Data communicating on a non-good vehicle. That one was bad too. And this one was good, so I just wanted to give you a little bit more like closer look. Hope you enjoyed this, and if they approve, it's gonna be a part 2 for this one.